Namo Sakamuni Buddha. Dear Master and everyone, I would like to present my practice. Before my practice, I encounter the state like sometimes I suck. So just lately, like when I ask a question, my head is shaking. So when I ask a question quick, fast, then my head is shaking quick and fast. So then I remember to ask the question slowly, and then I ask the question slowly, and then my head uh, swelling slowly. Can you explain the mind the mind of stealing, thought of stealing? This is very universal. This is common symptom, because we still have the thought of seeking. We still have, because this is a habit. This is just common. We just go back asking the question. Should not afraid of uh, wrong and right. Uh, should not afraid. Just go back to the practice. Like before heaven and earth came into existence, what was I? Don't let the consciousness get involved. So when we're talking about don't let the consciousness get involved, this is just the saying. This is just the explanation. If we use this, then this is also using the consciousness to intervene. So, like in the practice, we're saying, don't let the mind, uh, don't let the mind uh, producing thought of seeking. But this is just the explanation. Just ask the question. So when we ask a question, we continuously keep asking the question. But remember, this is not reciting the question. This is the question. But sometimes we think that, oh, this is just like reciting, and it keep differentiate. But the question, so sometimes people ask a question and they don't be able to recognize that they have the practice, that they have the doubt. But then Master Wei Li uh, use the experience, use the skillful means, say, oh, look, pay attention to. So the conscious, our conscious is more likely it keep differentiate. This is the ordinary beings, the consciousness for ordinary beings. So the question, because most of all of us, we want to understand, we want to know, and we want to acknowledge the question that we ask. So because of this, then it will give rise to the doubt. And the doubt is actually lead us to the origin of the state where no thought arises. So this is just the explanation. If it's already explained, this is already one step behind. So in the past, so like in the Buddha's age, Mahakassapa, because Mahakassapa already had the doubt in his mind, and the Buddha just raised the flower in his hand, and Mahakassapa got enlightened. But because we don't have thought of taking Buddha that seriously yet, even though we really want to practice, We really want to practice, but we don't have the thought of taking birth and death seriously because we still have differentiation thoughts in our mind. We still discriminate all kind of things. A person who already have the thought taking birth and death seriously, sufficiently, then it, they when they listen to anything, they be able to get enlightened. So it's just like a koan from the patriarchs. There's a wagon. The cow carry one koan, carry the wagon, and another koan about fire, getting the fire in the fireplace. All this koan, the people in the past, patriots they try to use the experience in a way to help the students to get enlightened. So for us, we need to have the thought of taking birth and death seriously. If we have a strong so for ourselves, we just maintain the practice to help us to strengthen the belief in our own mind and to strengthen the thought of taking birth and death seriously. If we have a thought of taking birth and death seriously, then we don't mind any saying, any criticism, anything. If we so any state, any appearance, any form that we interact with, our practice is to really go against all this obstruction, distraction, and we'll be able to overcome all obstacles. We should not be afraid. We should not have a thought of seeking. We should not have a thought of say that, oh, that is good, that is bad. We don't like or dislike. So if we react like if we react to the situation or to any condition that give rise to the affliction, just go back to the practice, maintain the practice. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Thank you. We invite Kim Yến to speak. Namo Sakamuni Buddha, dear all monks or nuns, and the rest of the assembly. I would like to ask, I heard Master Whaley that he gave instructional talk, meditation practice. The less we know, the less knowledge we have, the better it is. Just like the knowing and the not knowing. Like not try to understand, not try to have any knowledge. Is this similar to the statements from Master Whaley? So some of the practitioners, they share with me about the state of not knowing and the state of less knowing. But many people, maybe they have a misunderstanding. So can you explain this a little bit further? Uh, this is this is this is this is all the same. This is just differentiation. Like example, like a person who really want, they have greed about wealth, money, and a person who really have the mind to practice. So if we want to practice, then we have less thought about uh, uh, making money. So if we have a thought of, if we take the practice as number one priority, then the other thoughts will become less. If we have the thought of taking birth and death seriously, then we don't think about the knowing or not knowing. We don't mind all that. There's no secret to the practice. It's just having the thought of taking birth and death seriously. And if we have this thought, this automatically will help us cultivate. So example, like if we want to really practice, then we don't consider like making money uh, as important. We don't mind about reputation, about fame or profit. Like having doubt, the start of doubt. This is a state that we really want to understand. We want to know, but we don't really want. We don't. Will not be able to. And so sometimes they misunderstand. They think that they're not knowing. Is it like a piece of wood or rock or stone or like a baby? This the not knowing of our practice is different. It's different from not knowing like a rock, a stone, a baby, a crazy person. This the Tao is actually the state that will get to the non-discrimination, the state of non-discrimination. So we need to practice. Reluctantly, the patriarch or master Whaley don't think when they get to the state that we don't they don't know anything, but don't think that that they are ignorant, but that's the state they more likely to get enlightened. So it's depend on the environment, depend on the people. That's why the good advisors try to explain in such a way. So for our practice, in the Flower Dormant Sutra, talking about the conduct of the mind of a very young person, um, the mind that is really very straightforward, has uh, very innocent, just like the conduct of a young person. They don't have the mind of having greed, of evil thought. No, they don't. So when we explain, and this is just the skillful means. So for our practice, we don't go after the appearance fame, form, sound. We don't go after all this. If we go after this and we think that they're good, then that's not it. That's not the way that we should go. So in the Dharma Sutra, it mentioned if anybody who go after the sound and appearance or form, then that they practice the deviant path and will not be able to see the Tathagata, which is a self nature. There's a story about the in Zen. There's a Zen master and his brother. So the one went to visit, and there's a young person. So when he came to visit his brother is not there, and he met this young one. Oh, so when he met this young one, this young one doesn't know how to use in a way to pay respect to him. So he kind of so, but when his brother came, this young one came out and happy, greet his master pretty well. So his brother complained to his older brother, "How come you don't teach this young kid?" So don't try to teach him in the wrong way. Uh, so his older brother is already enlightened. So he scolded his younger brother in a way, and his brother gave rise to a doubt. Another example, one of the nuns, this nun came to learn to study this master, and her master just told her to practice, use one question. So like for a while, so this nun keep asking the question, and after a while, she went back and asked her master, "Is there anything else?" So then after a long time, and she went back to ask the master, "Is there anything that help me to get enlightened?" And then now this time the master said, "Yes, there is." So the master, so she came, and then he said, "Oh, it's not the mind, not the Buddha, not a thing. What is it?" But that is the question that she used to practice. So when the master asked that question, she got enlightened. So another example, one person came to the master, one disciple. He heard this master, the Zen master, is very famous, and he went there to study, to learn for a few years, and he didn't learn anything. And the master didn't teach him anything. So he gave rise to a doubt. So then one time he got bored, and then he went to his master. He wanted to pay respect and just try to leave the place. So the master said, "Why? Why you want to leave?" "Oh, I came here for a long time and I don't learn anything. You don't teach me anything. You don't teach." "How come you say that? How come you say I don't teach you anything? You serve me food, you serve me drink. How come you say I don't teach you anything?" So At that moment, the disciple got enlightened. But for ourselves, we're more likely to look for something special, something that we can rely on, and then we'll never be able to accomplish the way. If we have the thought of taking birth and death seriously, truly, genuinely, then we will be able to understand. We are able to. We should not attach to any form, any fame, attribution. Don't go after sound and form. Don't pay attention to knowing or not knowing. Don't differentiate. If we get stuck with this, then we stay more likely to stay with the ignorance and self-attachment. So just go back to the practice. Ask a question clearly and have a clear understanding about the booklet, the instructional booklet. So if we maintain the practice, anything that we attach to, they will dissipate, they will go away. And then we be able to maintain the practice better. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Thank you. Dear Master and everyone, I would like to ask one more question about the practice. Dear Master, can you explain a little more, give me encouragement? When we ask a question, this individual asks a question, maybe just a few questions. In the beginning, it has doubt, it has a wondering thought. But after that, the false thoughts coming in, and she recite the question, and then she recite for a little while. She doesn't feel that she has doubt. So it just seemed like more like Buddha recitation. So can you explain this so that this individual can correct his her practice? It has to do with not believing in our own mind, in not believe, thinking that we are practicing, but actually because of the seeking, thought of seeking, thought of attaining, and then it rise to have fear. So because of this, then sometimes this has to do with false thoughts, because we believe in the of feeling. So this is not the practice. If we want to maintain the practice, want to practice right, practice accordingly to the principle, then then we need to rely on the triple jewels, triple gems, so that we can strengthen our belief in our own mind, the belief in our own mind. If we believe, if we trust, if we believe in it, and then we practice, and then it will go against, interact with our ignorance, interact with our habits. So we just always to rely on the triple jewels, rely on good no advisors, rely on be close to the monastery, and always listen. If we don't have this, then it's hard for us to maintain the practice. So if we keep listening to participating in the Dharma discussion, keep doing this. It's just like an example the patrons give. Like we walk in uh, uh, during the night with foggy, then slowly it will get wet. Like when we walk in the resin drain, we'll get wet. Slowly we'll get. So we keep participating. We have an open mind, and then slowly we'll believe in our own mind, and we'll be able to practice, maintain the practice, and we'll be able to experience uh, some of the effects, uh, some of the results from the practice. We will gain the experience. So it's just like planting a tree, plants. It needs a period of time to have fruit, have flowers. So when we plant this enlightened seed, we plant this seed of enlightenment. It has to. It's like a comparison is like 100 years. It's a long time. So it's like if we listen to this Dharma door, it's not easy to encounter. We already planted the seed for many lives in the past. So this is the condition that we encounter. It has to do with us that we already plant the seed. So anything we listen to, just like in the Lotus Sutra mentioned, anything we hear, uh, we already have the affinity. So this environment is very good for anyone who practices meditation, this method. So we focus on the practice, not the understanding. So we have to be careful. Study Buddha Dharma. We focus on the practice. Practice as our number one priority. You understand? Yes, I do. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. The time is up. Time for walking. Namo Sakamuni Buddha.